I think what we're experiencing now is like a minor version of a crack up boom, for lack of a better way to describe it. It's basically that that I think fiscal dominance is probably the cleanest way to describe it, which is that when you have very high public debt levels and then you try to raise interest rates, and it blows out the deficit and is stimulatory when you want it to be restrictive, that's basically this cycle that's really hard to stop. And so, not like a crack up boom in like an emerging market or kind of the traditional sense is a lot more extreme. But in the kind of developed market context, that's kind of what we're experiencing right now. And that's not really happened in investors' timeframes, like investors' lifetimes in developed countries. It's primarily been an emerging market phenomenon or a phenomenon from, war-torn countries ages past.
In today's video, Lyn Alden updates her outlook for the macro in 2024 and why she thinks that the global financial system is broken. Alden also shares with us her prediction for Bitcoin and crypto, and which asset will perform best for 2024. Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoin Zella, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoin Zella offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoin Zella. Subscribe now.
For example, I think if you want to be in that bullish kind of tech area, I mean, I'm structurally bullish on Bitcoin still. Today it's been kind of bumping around 50,000, and there's kind of maybe some local excitement about it, but I don't think it's really widespread yet. And I have no particular view on what it does for the next 3 to 6 months, but I'm structurally bullish for multi-year view. For some kind of like lower volatility areas, I mean, I generally still find the energy complex pretty interesting. It's profitable in general. It's maybe the balance sheets are pretty good. It's not expensive, and so you basically have this like long-term positive carry exposure to the risk of higher energy prices in the future, and you get paid to wait. That's what I mean by positive carry. So I think that's a decent, kind of a different type of position. I find select emerging markets interesting. So Latin America, for example, certain parts of Southeast Asia, we could see a China equity market pivoting to some extent, but investors have to be somewhat careful about geopolitical issues like tail risks that could occur. Kind of like how if investors were exposed to Russia, the war happens, and then they basically get all their assets sanctioned, and the company is still there, just your claims of them are contested. So there's tail risks that things like that could happen in China. But basically, wherever capital's not heavily exposed to right now, but that still has decent fundamentals, I think are fairly interesting. I think that there's some of the kind of, if you look at, for example, the S&P 500, the normal one is market weight. There's an equal weight version, which sometimes outperforms and sometimes underperforms. If we do get a period of sustained economic reacceleration, then that equal weight one, which did way worse than the market weight one last year, could play a little bit of catch up. So there are many equities out there, either domestically or foreign, that are not that expensive, even as other ones are. There's kind of a bigger than normal valuation gap between different types of equities. And so that's kind of how I'm viewing it. When I want to take on volatility, my preferred way to express it is Bitcoin and certain other select equities. And when I want to be defensive, it's things like short duration T-bills, it's tips, it's gold, it's certain defensive sectors.
Crypto markets have been shaken recently due to mixed signals in the Fed's interest rate reduction draw, causing uncertainty. The recent rise in the U.S. stock market, which further intensified these concerns, indicated that buying power might still be alive among investors. Amid uncertainty, the belief that interest rates will remain stable for a longer period has strengthened. According to a report by Reuters, this year, the S&P 500 has reached record levels due to the impact of strong corporate performance. This rise has diverted attention from the Federal Reserve's challenging journey toward lower interest rates. Some investors believe that after the earnings season, monetary policy will take center stage. Statistics show that S&P 500 companies are on track to increase their fourth quarter earnings by 10% compared to the same period last year. This would be the highest increase since the first quarter of 2022. Despite the majority of reports, the increase in stocks has also boosted sentiments for assets like crypto. Investors have typically given significant weight to Federal Reserve interest rate decisions when assessing assets. Low interest rates often devalue government bonds, making assets like crypto more attractive. The possibility of investors sticking to traditional assets for a while longer, due to the Fed's decision to postpone interest rate cuts, has led to increased preparedness for volatility in crypto markets.
We've already hit some of the targets. I have a very big range for what I expected to go to. I've been trying to stick to like a 2-year view because I don't really know for sure what's going to happen in 2024. I have higher conviction that throughout the course of 2024 and 2025, it'll be notably higher than it is now. That's kind of my overall base case. I'd be surprised if we didn't see 6 figures in that 2-year view. Certainly possible that we won't, but I'd be surprised if we would not. And from there's a very big range because you're basically you'd be trying to predict what do humans do when the price goes up. Well, how much of them will buy, I don't know. But basically, we know the supply side. We can also look at on-chain indicators to see, for example, the behaviors on the supply side. So you can look at how many coins are held by entities that have a very low propensity to sell. And during bear markets, that ratio goes up. The people that have been buying coins in the bear market, that have gone through a lot of that, they're really not going to sell anytime soon, even with a significant bull run. It would take a very high price point to get those coins out of their hands. On the other hand, when you have bull markets, you have a lot of new buyers coming in. Generally, that's the handful of times when those longer term holders tend to sell. They sell into that strength. We've not really seen that cycle start yet. And so I still think we're fairly early phase in the bull market. But that doesn't mean anything about 3 months or 6 months. Generally, my research shows that Bitcoin price is heavily correlated with liquidity in any given multi-month period, generally speaking. And so kind of the stuff we talked about earlier in the conversation, what happens when the reverse repo facility gets low? What are some of the liquidity actions that they can resort to? How bad would they let liquidity get before they were forced to intervene? Those types of things can all determine what Bitcoin does in a sort of given quarter or a couple quarters. But long term, next 2 years and longer, I'm quite bullish.
In a recent letter from Pantera Capital, a leading blockchain investment firm, a bold prediction about the imminent crypto market surge marked the onset of what they deem the 4th largest cycle in history. The forecast anticipates a crypto market bull run lasting 18 to 24 months. Supported by several, Pantera Capital's comprehensive analysis has given us a detailed picture of the reasons shaping a strong crypto bull market in the coming 18 to 24 months. The study highlights strong factors like legal developments, institutional adoption, Bitcoin's programmability, and the untapped potential of DeFi. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. Not know why you haven't subscribed yet? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.